Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of how to be a professional thought hacker to attract the ultimate life. I'm Lori Bolin, founder of iThought Mind. I'm a medical intuitive and a vibrational intuitive trainer. So over the course of the last about 5 days, I've been offering you guys tips and tools to be able to help you understand so many things when it comes to energy. That meaning, how do you increase your energy? What the hell does that mean? Okay, and how does that have anything to do with the virus that's going on right now? But before I dive in and I let people jump on, I want to bring something up to your attention so that way you guys can be duly noted to pay close attention to this. So if you're someone trying to figure out, okay, what's the deal with the coronavirus first off, and when is it going to be safe to be outdoors or anything along those lines? So as a medical intuitive and a person that actually has studied mind patterns, behavior patterns, and different things like that, I want to bring up a few things before I dive back into part 2 of thought hacking, okay? So first off, I brought to your attention about 5 days ago how important it is to increase your latent energy, okay, and making sure your autonomic nervous system was high, based also on your feeling hertz needing to be high. And we're going to talk about mental, all right, physical, and all the emotion energy to raise things. So let's act like right at this moment we've sped up this course, okay? And let's say, talking about the 100 trillion cells that run through your body that have conscious communication. So I want to break it down real quick to you so that way you guys understand what is the best advantage for you when it comes to this virus. So I do want to clear some things up, especially as a person that studies the mind and behavioral patterns, okay? So I want to clear up a couple of things for you that will start to make things, whether it be in your city, your town, your country, more improved, okay, on this. So the first thing I want to bring up before I go into the part 2 of today's, thought hacking is number 1, if all your energy system, your epigenetic energy system is high, then you've heard about distancing 6 feet from one another. Believe it or not, your aura energy that runs the circumference around your body is 6 feet, okay? So there's no coincidence here, just to let you know that. But this aura energy field that we all have, this energy field, okay, it is ran by the 100 trillion cells of consciousness in your body. Okay, so with this being said, it's these little feelers. So as you tap into the medical side of you, yes, you heard me, the medical side of you, you're going to have access, is something entering your field before you even get closer and closer and closer and closer, okay? So how should you be dealing right now with the coronavirus? Let me explain what you should be doing, okay? Number 1, okay, when somebody's exposed to the coronavirus, to somebody that's had it, okay, they must be in isolation for 14 days. Right now, most of you are sheltered in place for 15 days. And you've heard about things about trying to lower the curve or possibly not have a curve. So I want to explain this so you better understand this, and I'm going to explain a few more things that are very, very important, okay? This curve has everything to represent with the hospital in your area. So let's say right now in my area, let's say there's about 327,000 people, okay? And so perhaps there are 6 cases in my area, maybe 254, 55 that have been tested, but they haven't gotten their results back yet, okay? And everybody's in, shuttle in place, okay? 3 hospitals where I'm at, okay? 3, maybe possibly 4, okay? So in this situation, the average hospital normally only keeps caps and gowns, okay, for protection for surgery, for anyone that has any kind of contaminants that they could contract, ICU units, people that are immensely compromised, okay? So even if you think, okay, I don't have a lot of people in my area, there are not a lot of cases yet, okay, they've got plenty, they don't. Now this is really important, I want you to pay attention, because you just got a small wave of this, wherever you're at, unless you are in Italy, okay? And China's getting ready to lift theirs up April 8th. there'll be still a small other wave. So I'm not trying to freak you guys out. I'm trying to educate you, and the reason also why I'm doing these videos. So information is power when you understand it, okay? Truly understand it. So in this case, okay, this curve that we're dealing with is making sure the hospitals don't get oversaturated. So if you look at New York right now, there are a bunch of people that were not paying attention. Now, yes, in this country, we made a mistake by taking a look at the model of other countries, and pretty much that model was, you're older, you're maybe 50, 55, 65, and therefore, if you're a millennial, you're exempt from this. Now, if you realize in America right now, we have more cases of people that are 44 and younger. I'm not going to talk about the infant, but I will in a minute, okay, that are higher with coronavirus. Now, why is it that be the case? The reason why that is because there was an announcement that said, hello, you're not going to get it. You get that? Cool. Don't hang out with your parents. Don't be around your parents. So what happened in the behavioral pattern of this is people went out, okay? And it doesn't matter if they were close to each other. To some degree, yes, okay, if you didn't know someone and they were speaking, you walk by. But a lot of them, at the time that was going on, they were drinking more. Drinking alcohol does make you comparable. It lowers your latent energy. Do you understand what I mean? So anything that's going to lower your energy is going to make you susceptible to this. Hence the reason why. Now we take a look at the infant that in America that got the coronavirus. Children, babies, okay, you can have a child that has an ear infection and they run a fever. Now you have parents, one person came into the home. Do you follow me? The child's going to get it because the child's immune system is incomparable. So you have to realize it's very easy, very, very easy. That's why I'm teaching you energy to keep you up in your epigenetic factor, okay? So now pay close attention. So now here we are, let's say the doors open up April 18th, and they're like, okay, we might be ahead of the curve, okay? Now, people start going back out there. Now, because you're having economical issues, different things like this, there may be all sorts of things. The next wave, it's going to come more in the next wave. Do you get that? So what can you do? This is the reason why I'm teaching you this energy stuff. Do you follow me? So you can increase it and not be comparable. But now when it's lifted and you go out, okay, the curve is always about the healthcare workers. Right now, they're almost comparable because they're overworked. They're overworked and stressed out. So trust me. Okay, what you want to do when you go into an operating room, the first thing you do is scrub your hands very well. You put a mask on and gloves. Okay, every time you leave your house, I don't care if they are gloves or mittens that are cloth or they're a bandana. Okay, when you go out, okay, and you should only go out if it's necessary. You must go out realizing you are respecting not only the healthcare workers because they need a day off and they're just in round one. So if you're listening to something and it says, it's probably going to be 2 months. No, it's not. It's a lot longer than that. But you have control. As a human being, this is why I'm teaching these classes. You have control. When you go out, okay, now when you go to a grocery store, now this is something I want you to pay close attention to because I have seen this pattern, okay? Now, some grocery stores are complying to this, okay? And again, gas stations, the same thing. If you see a blue line of tape that says stay 6 feet away from the person that is now up at the cashier, and the cashier only has gloves on, and that cashier does not have a mask on, do you follow me? Do you get that? Now the person paying cannot be 6 feet away from that person. So they are close. Do you get that? So it is important why I'm saying when you go out, wear gloves. Again, wear a bandana. We need all the masks for all the healthcare workers, but pay close attention. You go out, this is what you're wearing to protect the healthcare workers. Do you hear me? Healthcare workers. I don't care how silly you look, okay? Now, once you've gotten up there, you paid for your groceries, everything else, now you've gotten home before you walk into the house. make sure you have a plastic bag in the garage or somewhere in your car. Take off that bandana or mask and gloves and seal it up. That will take all the contaminants that are on there and start to kill it off. Do you get that? So right at this moment, I want you to get out of your head for a second and realize there are people that will need your help, and they are the healthcare workers. Do you get that? So social distancing is something you should absolutely be doing, but there are certain situations that there is no distancing. So protect our healthcare workers. Protect them by wearing protective gear, okay? Like you were going into a surgical unit, but in this case, just a bandana, anything that's going to be cloth that's going to cover it for you. Do you get that? That's the most important thing that I want you to realize, okay? I don't have the virus. It's my lunch. I'm allergic to the cheese that I ate, but I really like it. So in that case, I want to stress that before I go into this, okay? Because there are going to be 3 or 4 waves of this that, depending on where you are in America, okay, that it's going to go through. Anything that you read about or you hear about that there is medicine that is working for this virus, it is a bunch of shit. Do not take anything that someone is telling you to take because they say that. There are a few people dying because they listen to the president make a comment on something if you take it, okay? Don't take anything unless you are so far gone with the coronavirus and you are in a trial study. Do you hear me? Trial study. Someone gives you their 2 cents, no, bye, okay? Do not do that, okay? So it is really important. The reason why this wave is going to continue back and forth is because of this. Once it gets lifted, people go back out. Even if you're social distancing, not everyone is going to do what I'm saying. Protection. Do you get that? So what's going to happen? In comes, the hospitals are going to get inundated again. Testing is going to get inundated again. And here goes another round of coming back in. Okay? And back forth. Now, I have mentioned that this is going to go way on into August. This is why I'm teaching you. What happens the longer you are in a scarcity state, it can start to make you feel depressed and almost suicidal. I am going to be going further into these videos to show you more intelligent ways that you can generate money based on the law of attraction, okay? So don't freak out. Don't freak out and don't be concerned. You may just realize that you just found a smarter way that you not only can stay home, make money, do you follow me? And live a healthy, happy life. Do you got that? So I want to make sure that you guys know that. Please understand, our healthcare workers, there are not enough in America or even on this planet that could take care of the amount of degrees of what is going on in this world and people needing help, okay? So I want you to be prepared for that. So if this is a stern message, it is a stern message. No one is exempt from this. You raise your vibration and therefore you're not going to get it, but you could still be a carrier if you are not, hear me, covering up. Do you get that? You could carry it from one place to the other to someone else. So I don't want you to do that. This is why I was strong on the guided imagery that I did about share it with as many people as you can. Share these videos I'm doing with as many people as you can, because knowledge of understanding that this, the human brain, is the most intelligent thing on the planet. It is the thing that knows how to heal you. It is the thing that has the cure. It's not a pill that has the cure. It's in here, okay? So I want to stress that, okay? Now, let's get into part 2 of the thought hacking, okay? So I mentioned, if this is your first time watching it because someone shared this video, I'm gonna break it down for you a little bit more because we're just on the thought element, because we're all energy, we all vibrate, okay? We vibrate, our feelings first will filter what level we perceive our reality. And believe it or not, your brain does not know the difference between reality and imagination. So if you are feeling claustrophobic in your home right now, bored as shit, okay? You can sit back and imagine that you just went to your favorite movie. Do you get it? And you can sit there for 2 hours in your mind, watch that full movie, and still have the same impact. If you are in your place and you can't work out, and walking outside is not a possibility, because there are some people in certain states that are telling me they can't even go outside. Unless they have a dog to walk, they are not allowed to go outside, okay? So in that situation, if that is you, it has been proven in science that you can work out in your mind and still build muscle. So if you are used to working out for an hour a day at the gym, sit here in your mind for 1 solid hour. Okay, set a timer so you don't have to keep open your eyes, but most people want to speed dial that when it comes to their mind. And see yourself, visualizing yourself working out. You will build that muscle. You will lose that weight. That has been proven in science. Okay, so I want to stress that. Believe it or not, you are in a perfectly safe place if you stay sheltered in place. Okay, so with that being said, now, we talk about that, our feelings, and now I talked to you about doing 453 hertz of music. I want you to vamp it up now. Find 700. 700 is going to raise that feeling value. That feeling value doesn't have anything to do with your mood, okay? Your mental. So hold on a second. And no one's mental, by the way, but it's mental attitude, okay? So now you've got your music. You're going to find it at 700 hertz. So with that being said, I'm going to teach you how to properly concentrate, because you have been trained your whole life, concentrate. And I bet you don't even know what that means. You think it means focus on the iPhone, focus on the iPhone. Oh shit, I think I have ADD because I'm thinking of other things right at this moment, okay? Concentration, it goes like this. So here's your 700 hertz of music. It's playing. Woohoo! Feels good, right? You're going to start breathing. You're doing that inhale and then exhale, okay? This is a relaxation diaphragmatic breathing. This actually will raise your autonomic nervous system, because your conscious mind is in charge of your whole entire nervous system. So relaxing. Ooh, that feels good. You get that? I'm nice and relaxed. Now the next thing that goes is focus. Okay, so if I'm focusing on my iPhone, what I am doing with my conscious mind is I'm lowering my awareness. So much of the time you're so open with your awareness that you're everywhere. You're like, what? Okay, so got the music going, I'm breathing, feel nice and feels good because I don't have to worry about going anywhere. Great. Okay, now I'm using my iPhone as the focal point, as that is shortening my awareness. My awareness is shortened, okay? Now I'm gonna move into concentration. Concentration is a transcendental state that your mind will go in to where there are no thoughts. Do you get that? So now my focus, I'm aware of my iPhone. I'm still breathing, I'm observing the sound of the music, and therefore now no thoughts are coming in, I'm just relaxing and concentrating, relaxing and concentrating. Now this is where discipline comes in. Discipline comes in that says, I have no expectations. There's no words that come in. I'm just using it to give you a definition. There's no expectations. I have no restrictions, okay? I'm not expecting anything from this state of concentration, okay? This is why if you've ever met a really good hypnotherapist, they'll do this, concentrate, you're getting sleepy. Except in this case, you're not getting sleepy, even though you're just getting like, oh, I'm in relaxed state, okay? If you do fall asleep, that means that you are physically low in energy, so that means hooray, take a nap. Okay, so how long should you be doing this? You stay in this disciplined state, okay? This is a deeper form, the more you stay in this, of a meditative state, okay? What this actually does to your energy, your latent energy, your autonomic system, okay, your emotional feeling state, all right, is it puts everything on reserve. Just like when you eat food. Okay, when you eat so much, it reserves and stores some of that fuel because you actually produce energy. If we had about 100 people together on a stationary bike, all wired up, we'd be able to 11 by 14 building, okay, or room, we'd be able to you light it up and use all the electrical based on our own human energy. So think about that. We're all energy, okay? So this is going to get you to be in a nice reserved energy. So now if you are having, before I go into the secondary in the thought hacks, if you were having thought triggers, and a lot of people are having thought triggers right now, oh shit, what? Oh man, what did they say? Are we gonna be getting a check? How did I get this unexpected bill? You know, any triggers like that, I want you to go back and do exactly what I'm saying right now, okay? And just get into that state as much as possible, all right? Now, this is what's classified kind of like a yogi state. So yogi state means I'm reserving my chi, my life force, I'm not lowering it. So you can walk around the house and still be in this state, okay? I don't want you to do this because I do have a couple of friends that are a little obnoxious and they get in this state and they'll go, well, how are you doing? Okay, no, because I'm literally going to bring my mask and gloves and knock on your door and choke you if you do that, okay? So that is not what I'm talking about. When you are in this nice reserved state of life force, this yogi state, it's nice and relaxed. You're calm. A lot of times people feel the need that they have to have conversations with people in the household and things like that. You don't have to. If you have nothing to say nothing at all. Okay, if somebody says something to you, you can simply ask, do you need feedback or do you just need a listener? Okay, try not to use your time at home with getting sensory overloaded. All right, let's do some entertainment. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do board games right now? We're gonna watch a series on Netflix? What's gonna happen? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, because you're actually going to then do the opposite effect. You got that? And I want to teach you all the awesome stuff you're going to learn all the way up to April 8th and then probably on the second wave too, okay? So in this situation, now we're talking thought grid. And when I talked about thought hacking yesterday, that thought hacking, first off, most people with a conscious mind is this 2%, okay, of thought power. Your familiarity is 98% thought power. And traditionally, how your brain works, okay, is that when you're aware of something that you want, we're all focused on that thought, vibrate towards it. Law of attraction is an echo vibration. And believe it or not, echo vibration, if you sit back and you have excess thinking, okay, where you're like, shoot, I'm thinking about everything, that's because the law of attraction gave you so much echo vibration on it because you constantly asked it too much shit, okay? So you're not supposed to have thinking. Your brain is supposed to just have a thought, okay? So part of thought hacking, typically if you're not a hacker, and I'm teaching you how to hack, which is really amazing, okay? Typically when you're not hacking, you listen to someone, they say this, you focus on what you want, all right? Then you attract it. And what happens then is that the more you focus on it, it gets into the reticular activating system in your brain. So then over a period of time, it gets into your familiar 98th percentile, and the next thing you know, you're like, whoa, look what I manifested, okay? But there's a rule of thumb on that when you're using that, and I'm sure if you're somebody that has been spending some time with the mind thought process, you think it's like breaking a habit. Oh, it takes 21 days for that to happen. It takes 30 days, 45, 60, 90, okay? Well, as a thought hacker, you don't need to do any of that, okay? Because you literally do not have to use the reticular activating system in your brain. Okay, this is the hack, okay? So what I said is based on the thought grid is broken down into 4 quarters. I'm gonna stop saying components, it's components, but they're cohesive with quarters, and you guys know quarters, so we're gonna keep it that way, okay? So you have 4 quarters in a year, all right? And the first quarter I talked about, when your energy is up, money is flowing. Don't even think about it. You think, how's money flowing, Lori? I'm stuck in my apartment or my home and I'm not working. Listen, imagination, reality, hello? Doesn't know the difference. You're gonna have money coming in. You watch, okay? So, in this situation, if your energy is low, you're in that scarcity mode, okay? And some of you guys may say, legit, I just got out of work. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna feed my family? Yeah, I hear you, just stop talking about it because law of attraction is always listening, so be quiet and learn what I'm trying to teach you, okay? Second quarter is that purpose, that role, okay? Which is where do you see your role in your life for you, okay? And then if you're low in that, you start to feel acceptance issues. Now, there may be some people that lost their job because of this, and they may be older, and they may be thinking like, oh, I don't think anyone's gonna hire me at my age. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this computer crap. I don't know what's up, okay? Don't freak out, okay? Trust me. We want to raise the energy. We want to get this down. 3 was that passion, that creativity, that ability to feel that love from the inside out. Cool, okay? But if you're low in it, this is why I was talking about this is the component that's the highest is suicide. And people start feeling this way. And then what do? You get the president 3 days later talking about, oh, I'm worried about suicide. No shit, because I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the realistic factor is, then the 4th is connection. Where do you see yourself? And I wanted everybody to see themselves as the 1%, because then everybody is in unison and united as one. Do you get that? But if you're low in the energy, then you start to feel alone. Okay, and then you don't know what to do. All right, so I said what the thought hack yesterday was making sure that you pick a person that has already accomplished that. So I'm going to use someone I talked to this morning that picked their people, okay? So their first person for them, well, their first person was me, but I'm going to take that out and say Oprah, okay? So Oprah, then it was for the second quarter, it was Ellen DeGeneres. The third quarter was Sir Richard Branson. And the 4th for them was Joel Osteen. Okay, so now at this point, I said what you were going to do is in the morning, you were going to have your eyes open, and at night, you were going to have your eyes closed. Your eyes in the morning means that you're aware of your consciousness doing this, meaning that you're welcoming it into your reality. Okay, at night, with your eyes closed, you're getting familiar with it. So the thought hack is this. So right down below, you're going to see each energy ball color. Okay, and the exercise appear down below just in case you didn't watch yesterday's. Okay, so if you've already done this like 4 days, all right, you would have yourself in your mind in the center. Okay, so I'm gonna use Oprah would have had the gold ball. Okay, and Ellen would have had the light blue ball. Sir Richard Branson would have had the neon green, and Joel Osteen would have had the orange. And one by one, in your mind, you were seeing them handed to you, and you were putting it right into your navel area. Now, why are they giving you these energy balls? Because they've already accomplished what you are wanting from them, so they are vibrationally familiar with it. Do you get that? This is a thought hack. They're already vibrationally familiar. When you are doing it, not from a hacking standpoint, you keep focusing on it. It gets into the reticular activating system, into the familiarity, and you keep doing this. So little by little, you're becoming vibrationally attuned to it. But when you use people that have already accomplished it, okay, you can hack it. Do you get that? So every color that I've given you, no matter when you get ready to adopt a new thought grid, keep those colors. Those colors do not change. Do you get it? They don't. All right? They have nothing to do with the chakra systems. All right? Everything to do with the thought grid. So now starting tomorrow, okay, what I want you to do all the way up, because we're going to work on new stuff tomorrow too, but mark your calendar. Do you get it? Because you're going to use whoever you had for number 1, all right? You're going to use them all the way up to April 1st because you're still in the first quarter, okay? And you want to get what? Aligned with your money. You don't want to be mad at your money. And a lot of people are mad at their money right now because they feel like someone just grounded them and took away their allowance. Okay? Whether it's coming from work or what. Don't be mad at your money. Okay? Because the person that you chose isn't mad at their money because they got plenty of it. Okay? So now, pay close attention. So let's say today is my 4th day. So tonight, I'm on my 5th day. So tonight, how this would work is my eyes are closed. I'm in the center, okay? You can be aware that you're in the center. What I mean is you're seeing through your eyes. You're not visualizing yourself as outside of yourself, okay? So in your mind, eyes are closed, in the center, okay? Here's Oprah, Ellen, Sir Richard Branson, and Joel Osteen. So they're all gonna give you the balls because we wanna maintain that frequency, okay? Now, Once they've all done that, now the only person I want to connect with now is Oprah, because she's going to make me meet me in the middle, so I don't have to use the reticular activating system. She's going to meet me in the middle and make me vibrationally qualified. Okay, so this is where you would then say, okay, show me how you were able to create so much money. Show me how you were able to create so much money. This has nothing to do with it. Now, I know some of you guys will be thinking, it's because she was on a talk show and she's bullshit. Because you have to be vibrationally aligned first. Do you get that? So she already had to believe it. Do you get that? That's the thought hack. When you don't use a thought hack and now you focus on it and eventually gets in the reticular activating system, and well, you got to believe it. That's what makes it vibrationally qualified. Well, you already know if it's her, she's got the money. Hello, she's vibrationally qualified. Get that? So you're going to be using that first person and do that same exercise every night in the morning with your eyes open. Do you get that? Because that's going to start building that thought bridge. You're going to start becoming increasingly aware of ideas that are going to be coming into money-wise. You may even find out that money that you never even thought of, ideas that are popping in, or money that you never even knew you had. Believe it or not. So this is the thing I want you to realize. You want to do this at night and in the morning. Okay? Always doing that for the thought grid. Okay? So this is how you hack it. Okay, so once you have your people, we don't need to go back here for this. Okay, so you're already knowing what to do with that. So it should be all written down for you down below here. Write it down in your own notes. Okay, because this is where you're learning about your brain. Okay, so that's what you want to be able to do. Tomorrow, we're going to start taking away the hurts, because I'm going to give you the emotional hack. How to experience the ultimate emotion of enlightenment, okay, by hacking it, which is the coolest thing ever, okay? So hopefully you start liking these hack tips. If you do these tips and tools, trust me, you are going to be blown away. You actually should be thankful, should be thanking the universe, God, thank you for this opportunity that this happened right at this moment, because I get to learn so much that I never thought I could learn in my life. Do you get that? So please understand, take this gift that the universe has given you, okay? Because the universe, God is telling me, teach these people this. It's time they learn, okay? So hacking, what hacking does is it takes out all the conformity out of it. I've got to learn heavy. I've got to do this. It gives you all the shortcuts. Okay, so wait till you find out about the emotional hacks, because there's actually 5 feelings. Okay, and there's a fast way to hack to the number one that you want, and to learn the indicators of when, what? I think I'm getting a little indication my feelings going down. Oh, nope, time to hack it up. Okay, so there are cheat codes with everything in the mind, all right? And so I literally take all the knowledge that I have, all the education I have, and I dumb it down as much as I possibly can, and just give you the bare essentials so that you can get there. So I hope you enjoy this video today. I'm looking forward to seeing you back here tomorrow, okay? Please take what I said at the beginning of this video serious, okay? We have a lot of doctors, healthcare workers out there that do not want, they are in the front line. They do not want to bring home to their family, okay, this virus. They don't, okay? So be kind, be respectful, help them out. They need us. Do you get that? More than ever. And some of you that I'm talking to right now, you are one, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And right now you're like, please people, just stay home. I understand Kevin Bacon has got this campaign, say who you're staying home for. You should be saying, I'm staying home, and even when I need to go out, it's for every doctor, every nurse, every healthcare worker that is out there on the front line, knowing how dangerous this can be for them at a time that they never even thought they were going to ever have to encounter, okay? So with that being said, guys, I'll see you back here tomorrow. It's good spending time with you, okay? And one of these times, I'm going to stand up, and you can see I wear my pajama pants now that I don't have to go out, okay? That's a perk. Okay, so with that being said, all right, much love from my heart to yours all the way across the world, all right? This pandemic is not going to define us, but please, please take advantage of learning more about it, okay? So with that being said, much love, guys. Namaste. I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.